So here I am in Facebook ads. All right, so it's important to know firstly a couple of different things. Firstly, the reason that I have included so much training all around getting your social media and brand assets in place for your business on Amazon is because if you own like the Facebook page or the Facebook group or something like that, then you can advertise directly to those people through your ad account, which is brilliant. So it is extremely important to get that social media in place and to get those social media assets in place so that you can utilize it to make windfall sales for your Amazon business, and it works incredibly well. So with that being said, how do you actually advertise to somebody else's page? Well, again, let's go a little bit deeper. So there's two sorts of assets you can own on Facebook. The first one is a Facebook page. The second one is a Facebook group. All right, so they are very, very different things. And a group, you are not able to advertise directly to members of a group that you do not own. All right, you can, and I have done this heaps, and I cover all of this in my PPC training program. You can set up a group on Amazon and then use Facebook to advertise to find people to join that group and then market to those people, and that's a great strategy for getting reviews. You can do that, but for the most part what you'll be doing is advertising to Facebook pages, which is a slightly different thing. All right, so the way you do that, you want to set up a traffic campaign, and I won't get into setting up a complete thing, but I'm just going to quickly show you on the internals how to do it. Kenny Crossy, if you spot something and you've got some extra input, then feel free to say good day. All right, so now in my audience area, this is the important thing. So let me show you this quickly. So connections, so the connection type, here's where you can advertise to people who like your page. So if you've got a page, you can just run traffic directly to those people. Here's how you can advertise to friends of the people who like your page. So you can say in an advert, hey, Neil likes this page, perhaps you'd like this page too. Or you can exclude them, which is brilliant. So that's why it's so important to have that in place. But now let's suppose this is where you would now go to find people who like a certain page. Now the thing is, 3,000 people, Mick, is, I'm going to say, not enough people for Facebook to recognize the page in and of itself. And let me show you what I mean by that. So if we come here and I type in, let's just say Tim Ferriss. All right. So if I just type in Tim Ferriss, and I'm going to show you something very interesting in a second, you can see here that I've got an interest of people who like pages related to Tim Ferriss. So that's Facebook's own way of describing that. So they do not say people who like the Facebook page Tim Ferriss with a specific page. Instead what they say is it's people who like pages related to Tim Ferriss. So every single Tim Ferriss page that's on the internet is a potential prospect under that particular set of circumstances, okay? And for the most part, the lowest I've ever seen is 25,000 people as a very, very narrow audience that Facebook will let me go after in one particular sitting. So here we've got 551,000 people, okay? So there's that. That's the first thing to consider, Mick. Second interesting point, which is a kind of side note, look at all of this behavioral targeting that's now in place instead. So whereas before, this is all very new by the way, whereas before it was all around interest targeting, instead what they've got is behavioral targeting, and in some sort of crazy notion from some far off dystopian future, a little bit like Minority Report, we can now target people who will probably do certain actions based upon their past behavior. So it's a little bit kind of dystopian, it's a little bit Minority Report, but for us as marketers, it's awesome. It means that you can find people who are probably going to take an action that you're wanting them to take in the future. However, Mick, I'm aware that doesn't help you. So for you, what you would go after is a broad spectrum of people who like items or like pages related to your product, and that's the way you would structure your Facebook campaign. For 3,000 people, unless you own the page, you will not be able to target them. And for 3,000 people, I'm fairly sure that you won't be able to go after that particular page. You can do at higher levels, but for the most part, I don't think that's enough for it to be on Facebook's radar within their ad serving platform. Hey, thanks so much for watching that video, and I hope that you got some massive value from it. Before you go, do you live in Australia? If you do, this is for you. Would you like to learn how to sell things on Amazon here in Australia? Would you like to know what sells really, really well and what sells for the maximum amount of profit? Would you like to know where you can source those products from, whether that be in China or here in Australia, and how to source them so you pay bottom dollar and get maximum value for what you're doing? If you do, please subscribe to my channel and like this video, and you'll learn that and much more. It's the exact same information that people like Jeff from New South Wales have used to make $45,000 a month on Amazon, that Sue, who's from the sunny coast, has used to purchase herself a brand spankly BMW every single year as a result of her e-commerce business, and the lovely Kate from Bowral in New South Wales has used to make $32,000 a year on, a month, not a year, a month on Amazon, and indeed Anthony, who makes $15,000 a month on Amazon, selling, as he puts it, odds and sods. If you'd like to learn the exact same information that they use to maximize their profits for their Amazon businesses, subscribe to this video, like my channel, post below if you want me to teach you something. Okay, I'm out of here. Speak to you soon. Bye. Subscribe. Do it now.